So we're discussing diabetes.
Yes. I mean, diabetes is one of the, in fact, is one of the commonest things that you can ever, the commonest disease you can ever think in Nigeria. Because if you don't have it, your mother has it, your cousin has it, your auntie has it,
Yes.
your uncle has it,
Uh-huh.
your grandfather had it, your great grandfather had it. So if at least one person in your family always would have come
diabetes.
and tell you that, we went to the hospital and the doctor said I have sugar problem, which is diabetes actually. So
what exactly then is diabetes?
well, diabetes is, let me correct that notion very quickly, because thank you again, please, for mentioning that, especially in Nigeria, we usually try to link sugar with diabetes. Sugar does not cause diabetes.
Okay.
Because again, anybody can take sugar. Sugar is Dangote sugar. So it's not that sugar that's going to cause the diabetes. But what we actually mean by sugar is because it's like a fuel. If you eat in any carbohydrate meal, if you take in any carbohydrate meal, the end product is sugar, which will give you energy to do work.
Right.
As I'm talking right here now, the energy I'm using is because I have sugar inside of my body, which is giving me the energy to do work. Okay, but if that's the case, what diabetes just means is that it's a condition can actually result from protein.
Wow.
Can actually result from fats and oil, not only carbohydrates.
Okay.
But we just use the term sugar.
I think there was a time I was told.
Yes.
He wasn't really a medical personnel per se, but he was like, when you take excess sugar, you have diabetes.
No.
Don't swallow sugar. You know that there are certain persons that actually take sugar, like they sit and swallow cubes of sugar.
I mean, usually for the females, when they are in their period, they crave for
sugary things. Yeah.
So, but I won't really blame them, but but it's part of it. But no, sugar cannot cause diabetes.
Okay.
Again, without speaking too much grammar, if you don't know anything, at least you must have heard of what we call the pancreas.
Yeah.
If you don't even know, it's not a big English. It's just the pancreas. I mean, I was sitting the other day with a lady. The lady came and told me that she has pancreas. I was like, you have pancreas? I was like, I mean, everybody has pancreas. So I'm not surprised. But what she was trying to communicate to me was that they told her that the test that she did is that the pancreas is releasing some certain substances.
Okay.
And those substances that the pancreas is releasing actually determines when you eat the carbohydrate meal now and the food is about to get broken down to give me energy, it has to go to the pancreas. And the substances that are released by the pancreas actually makes this carbohydrate, which is now the sugar, once it's been broken down, to enter my blood to give me this energy that I'm using to speak right now.
Okay.
You understand? So the pancreas, what the pancreas does is that in diabetes, the pancreas is not able now to allow sugar, in other words, carbohydrates, to enter into my body.
That's your blood.
Not really my blood, like my tissues.
Okay.
Because anything you are doing you need this energy to go. So if the pancreas is not allowing the sugar to enter my blood, my body rather, it now kind of accumulates in the blood.
Okay.
It's just like when you open the door, you allow air, the air comes in, right? Let's just assume you shut the door now. Once you shut the door, the air becomes trapped at the other side.
Yes.
The same thing with the pancreas too. The pancreas has a door that allows the sugar to enter, to go to my hands, my body, so that I can have energy.
Yes.
But now the door is faulty. Once the door is faulty, the sugar becomes trapped in the blood. That's why we now call it diabetes, which means excessive sugar in the blood.
Okay, so we've registered that now.
Yes.
That diabetes is a case of excess sugar in the blood.
Yes, not eating sugar.
Okay, so you mentioned that diabetes can also come from intake of protein. Now, how does that work?
Yes, because again, this thing, I'm a very strong believer. So the creator actually made it possible that this protein that you are still using can also still get converted to
Sugar. Okay.
the fats and oil that you're, if you like drink groundnut oil, drink olive oil, drink fish oil, all these oils can actually still be converted to sugar.
Okay.
And whether or not you take protein, carbohydrate, or fat, it will still get converted to sugar at some point.
Okay.
So, and if it's getting converted to sugar, and then again, I make reference to the pancreas and the door. If the door in the pancreas is faulty and is not allowing this sugar to give me the energy I need, and it becomes trapped more in the blood, I will tend to have diabetes.
Okay.
Yes.
So disclaimer, we are not saying that you people should be swallowing sugar. We are only saying that sugar is not a primary cause of diabetes.
Yes.
So now, this case of diabetes, does it affect any other area of the body apart from the pancreas?
Yeah. In fact, the first and the most important thing is that your body is not supposed to have excess sugar.
Okay.
Because they say too much of everything is
It's bad. Yeah.
So just imagine that they give you water to drink, and then they now give you 1 gallon of water. You know all those big, let me use the 25-liter gallon,
Okay.
and they put a hose in your mouth, and they are giving you 25 liters. You will just die. You will just die. So the same thing happens when the sugar has become too much in the blood. It becomes, the body can no longer handle the too much, the excess of sugar there. So once it's now excess, you start, number one, you start behaving like there's something wrong with you.
Yeah.
So
Feel
you will not be
uncomfortable.
comfortable.
Yeah.
You will not really be comfortable. So once you are not comfortable, again, it can be too much that this sugar, this carbohydrates per se, can now go in and block your arteries. Let me use the vein.
Okay.
Go in and block your veins. And we see this in people that are usually fat.
Okay.
That is why I'm still a huge advocate for slim people.
Okay.
Please let me see your collarbones. I need to see the collarbone, because being fat has its own disadvantages.
I think we should explain
Explain what the
classify the fat that we're
Fatness.
talking about. Is
Okay.
it obese fat or
Yes.
chubby fat
Yes.
or moderate?
Again, being overweight.
Yeah. So now, what is the standard weight?
The standard
Let's
weight.
go
If
towards
okay,
that direction.
usually we use a tool. We use a scoring tool.
Okay.
We use a system to just tell you whether you are underweight, whether you are normal weight, or whether you are overweight, or whether you are obese. And usually it's just if you are, let's say, 5'1".
Okay.
If you are 5'1" and you are 180 kgs, you are obese.
Okay.
Because you are short. 5'1" is short.
Mm-hmm.
You are short and then you are fat, which is wonder you are weighing 180 kg.
Yeah.
Your body, the sugar in your blood, or or what we call the cholesterol,
Okay.
which again fats and oil can also be converted. Cholesterol is just fats.
Mm-hmm.
They are just fats and oil, which can also be converted to carbohydrate. So these fats now can actually go in and block your
Veins. Yeah.
and now it will now cause a problem for your heart.
Heart.
Again, diabetes, excessive sugar in
the
your blood
Yeah.
now can affect your eyes,
Okay.
so you won't be able to see clearly. It's like they put something like soap or cloud
Okay.
in your eyes, so you just be seeing, but it's like everywhere is kind of misty.
Okay.
That's the word. So again, this excessive sugar can also affect your kidneys.
Okay.
Once it starts affecting your kidneys,
That's the
you
end.
are
Already close to the end.
You're already dying.
Mm-hmm.
That is just a pure fact. Again, it can also affect your brain, which can give you stroke.
Okay.
So we don't usually hear people say diabetes can result to stroke, but yes, it can. It can give you stroke once it starts affecting your brain. Sugar is not supposed to be in your blood that much and affect you. Once it's affecting your brain, you are prone to having stroke.
Okay.
Yes.
Before that, let's just go on a short break. When we come back, we're going to have more questions on this topic of discourse for our favorite doctor, Dr. Leslie. Okay, welcome back to Health Matters on OSBC 104.5 FM radio station. So we're discussing the excess blood intake and how it affects every other organ of the body. Excess sugar intake rather,
Yes.
and how it affects every other part or organ of the body.
Yes.
So now I wanted to ask, what is because I've heard of a particular percentage
Yes.
that sugar is supposed to be in the body.
Yes.
So now, is the percentage common for everyone? Is it
Yes.
general percentage or it differs from age to age?
Usually, there is a standard percentage,
Okay.
which means if I check your blood now, the level of sugar I'm supposed to see is between 70
Okay.
to 110.
Okay.
It can go up to 115, it can go up to 118, but the normal we use between 70 to 110.
Okay.
So diabetes again, you see people come in and they want to check their sugar level because they are afraid that they might get diabetes. Usually, when we say you have diabetes, is when you have not eaten anything, usually overnight. From, let's say your last meal was by 10, or let's say 9, and you have not eaten anything since 10,
Okay.
and you sleep. Once you sleep and then you wake up by 7, that's about 9 hours.
Okay.
Roughly 9 hours.
Yeah.
And then you do your sugar, you do the blood test, and then we see that the sugar is 120.
Yeah.
120 is 10 more than normal.
Okay.
That one already shows that yes, you're already diabetic. Yes.
Okay.
But usually the diabetes will come with, you will feel a certain way. Number one, you'll be urinating more than 10 times
Wow.
in a day. Even if I drink 5 liters gallon of water, I will only urinate roughly 5 to 6 times. But now, once you're urinating 10 times a day, it's already showing that yes, there's something wrong, because you can't even sleep at night because you'll be waking up every 30 minutes. Go and urinate, you urinate. And then again, you always want to eat something.
Okay.
That is why I was mentioning obese
persons.
Because once you are eating, you'll be gaining weight. And then it becomes to a level where your weight now and your pancreas, instead of your pancreas, the weight and your pancreas, they are not matching.
Okay.
So your pancreas is like shutting down. Once it's shutting down,
because the excess food is giving it extra work
to do. Then again, you will always want to drink water.
Okay.
Again, I mentioned that even me as a normal human being, even if I take 5 liters of water, I will not see urinate up to 10 times a day. So once you are drinking water, always putting food in your mouth, urinating more than 10 times, then you go to the hospital, you check your sugar, it's more than 120. Yes, we will categorize you as a diabetic patient.
Okay.
And then we start treating you from there.
Now, you establish the fact that obese persons tend to have diabetes.
Yes.
Now, are there any cases where you have slim persons that also actually have diabetes?
Yes, slim people can have diabetes because do you know the funny thing about this diabetes is that it's genetic.
Okay.
Which means, like I said earlier in the beginning of the show, your father must have had it, your grandfather must have had it, your uncle must have had it, your cousin must have had it, even your brother must have had it. So if your brother has it, your father has it, and your grandfather has it, there is a very high tendency, up to 90%, 99% of the time, that you will have it. And once you have it, be it slim or fat, it doesn't tell. You start having the symptoms. Yes.
Okay, so you established the fact also that other food classes can also cause diabetes.
Yes.
Now, how do you regulate your intake of these food classes?
Okay, for a diabetic person now, because these are the things, when they come to meet me and I tell them that you should not eat rice, you should not eat yam, you will not eat powder yam.
Restricting them a lot.
You will not eat semovita. It's like okay,
just
kill me now.
Yeah,
it's like suffering now. What am I doing? What am I eating again? So, but again, beans is proteinous. Yes, we know some people they just call it protein, but beans has some level of
sugar,
carbohydrate inside. So even if you are eating rice and beans, you are at the same time you are eating rice which has more sugar, and then you are eating beans
That
which
also
also
has
has sugar.
sugar.
So even if you eat maybe a big portion of beans and small rice, yes, the protein content will be high. But if you eat big portion of rice, big portion of beans too, definitely your sugar will go up because it has some level of carbohydrates inside
Right.
too. So yes, other classes of food can also still have carbohydrates in them.
So once it's established, so we shouldn't eat excess
No, no,
amounts
no, no,
of.
no, 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 no. As a normal person, the only time we'll tell you not to is when you've done the test and we've told you that yes, you are diabetic. That is when. But if you don't know, go and check yourself to know whether or not you are. So, and if you check yourself and you are normal, there is no need for you to say you will not eat carbohydrates, you will not eat beans, you will not eat rice, except you just want to punish yourself.
Okay.
So, but this is for strictly
Diabetic patients.
patients.
So it doesn't affect any other person that hasn't seen any
Any
symptom.
symptom, no.
Okay. So now, is there any cure or treatment for diabetes?
Again, and this is the thing I hear so commonly. In fact, the other day I was talking with a woman and a man, and when I tell them there is no cure, they just be looking at me like I'm a demon that has been sent from hell to come and cause them. And people
A
believe
bearer of bad news.
People believe in faith, but again, in fact, I always use these statistics. The current statistics in Nigeria is showing that you cannot even live up to 55 years of age, which means even if they give birth to you now and future time, we're expecting you to die at age 55. This is just the reality of Nigeria. Then imagine that you can't live to age 55. You now have diabetes.
That's
That
even
is
shortening the
will reduce the
lifespan.
lifespan again. So there is no cure. The only thing we can do is cure. What I mean by cure is that if you take the drug, once you've taken the diabetic drug, you don't have to take it again, because it means that once you take it and you check your sugar and it's low, it will never go up again. That is cure.
Okay.
Control means that when you take the drug, it will bring the sugar level down.
Okay.
But if you don't take the drug, it will come up again. So there is only control and there is no cure.
Alright.
Whoever in this world will tell you that there is cure, please, the person should have been called by the United States government. The president of Russia would have invited him. The president of the European Union would have invited him.
Yeah.
Everybody will want to speak with the person, because it's not only common here in Nigeria.
Yeah.
This is a condition that is common
All
globally,
over the world, yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah.
And yet they have not found a cure. So whoever is telling you there is a cure and the person has not been recognized in Nigeria that there is a cure for that thing,